For any kind of video, audio quality is super important. In fact, a lot of people would argue that audio quality is even more important than image quality. One of the easiest ways to instantly improve your audio is by using a good quality wireless microphone system. Over the last few years, wireless microphones' audio quality has improved massively. The size has gotten smaller and they have become much more affordable as well. DJI has really become a leader in this space for good reason. On this channel, I have tested a lot of different wireless microphones, and the DJI Mic 3 is what I have been using since it came out last year. I've used it to shoot a lot of videos here in New Zealand, and I've also taken it with me to Japan, to Australia to shoot videos overseas. I really like the excellent audio quality and all the features it offers. But if you go to DJI's website, you'll quickly realize there are quite a few options. You've got the DJI Mic Mini, Mic Mini2, and the Mic 3. They all look quite similar, but once you start looking at the spec sheets, it can get a bit confusing. So in this video, I want to break everything down and summarize the key differences to make it easy to understand, so you can decide which microphone system is right for you. And you might be surprised, the most expensive one isn't necessarily the best option for everyone. I'll explain to you why in this video. Also, big thanks to DJI for providing these units so I can test them side by side and make this comparison. Okay, before we talk about the differences, let's quickly go through what all three microphones have in common, so we can focus on what actually matters. All these three systems transmitters have built-in omnidirectional microphones, which means it can capture audio from any direction. They are all very compact and lightweight. You also get both clip and magnetic mounting options, so they are easy to attach in different ways. They can all work with both cameras and mobile devices. For cameras, you can connect using a 3.5mm analog cable to the camera receiver. If you are using some of the latest Sony cameras, you can also use the digital hot shoe adapter for a direct digital connection. For mobile devices, there are a few options. The easiest way is Bluetooth. You don't need any receiver, but if you want the best audio quality, you can use the camera receiver with a USB-C or Lightning adapter, or if you want a more compact setup, you can use the small mobile receiver instead. With the camera receiver, DJI claims a maximum range of around 400 meters or 1,300 feet line of sight across all three models. In real-world use, of course, that depends on obstacles and interference, but is more than enough for most situations. I've personally tested some of the DJI mic up to around 200 meters, and at that distance, they still work perfectly fine. All of these microphones are also part of DJI's Osmo audio ecosystem. That means they can connect directly to DJI's Osmo cameras like the Pocket series, Action series, or 360 cameras without needing a receiver. So basically, you can just turn on the transmitter and it will pair automatically with the camera within seconds. Super quick and simple. Audio quality is very good with all these three microphones. Even the cheapest DJI Mic Mini still sounds very good. I'm now recording using the DJI Mic Mini, and I'm not doing any audio processing. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Kia ora, good morning everyone, Rich Wong here. Welcome back to the channel. I'm now recording using the DJI Mic Mini2, and I'm not doing any audio processing. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Kia ora, good morning everyone, Rich Wong here. Welcome back to the channel. I'm now recording using the DJI Mic 3, and I'm not doing any audio processing. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Kia ora, good morning everyone, Rich Wong here. Welcome back to the channel. They also come in different kits depending on the number of transmitters and accessories. I particularly like DJI's charging case. It makes everything easy to carry, and it charges the transmitters and the receiver easily. The case itself also has its own internal battery to hold some extra power. So if you are traveling for a few days, you might not even need to charge the system at all. On paper, the Mic Mini and the Mic Mini 2 have slightly longer battery life, but in real-world use, they all last very long time. So battery life is rarely an issue. So overall, they are all very versatile microphones. The real differences come down to some of the more advanced features and how you plan to use them. Okay, now let's talk about each of the microphone system, and let's start with the Mic Mini. If you mainly shoot with your phone, the $54 DJI Mic Mini mobile version, which includes one transmitter and a mobile receiver, is probably your best option. The transmitter weighs just 10 grams, and the mobile receiver is only 6.5 grams. So together, the whole setup is under 20 grams. Super lightweight and easy to carry. While the price is super affordable, but it still delivers excellent audio quality. It's also very simple to use, pretty much just plug and play. You can also use it with DJI's Osmo cameras without needing anything extra, since those cameras don't require a receiver when you pair it with one of the DJI microphones. If you shoot with other cameras, you can get the DJI Mic Mini with the camera receiver. I really like how simple the Mic Mini camera receiver is. There's just a power button, a pairing button, and a dial to adjust audio gain. That's it. Very straightforward and not much can go wrong. The downside is that if you are a more advanced user, there are not many extra features or settings to work with. But if you just want good audio without dealing with complicated settings, this is probably the most cost-effective option in the market. Okay, next, let's talk about the Mic Mini 2. In many ways, it's very similar to the Mic Mini, but with a few upgrades and added features. This is actually also the microphone I'm using right now to record this video. First, if you don't like the standard boring black color of most wireless microphones and want something that stands out a bit more, there are a range of magnetic front covers available in different colors. So you can customize how your transmitter looks quite easily. At the back of the transmitter, it uses the new magnetic clip design from the Mic 3, which can rotate 90 degrees. That makes it much easier to position the mic exactly how you want. And in many cases, you don't even need the separate magnet. You have two levels of active noise cancelling, just like the Mic Mini, which helps reduce background noise. For example, right now I've got air conditioning, studio light, and a few devices running in this studio. So there is actually quite a bit of background noise. But I have enabled the noise cancelling. It does a pretty good job of reducing the background noise. Okay, I've just turned off the noise cancelling. You should be able to hear the difference and hear quite a bit more background noise. The Mic Mini 2's transmitter is 11 grams, slightly heavier than the Mic Mini, but it's still one of the lightest in the market. The camera receiver is the same as the Mic Mini, very simple and easy to use. There are also a few small but practical improvements compared to the Mic Mini. For example, the charging case can now fit the 3.5mm cable inside, so you don't have to carry it separately. The Mic Mini 2 is a bit more expensive than the Mic Mini, but in my opinion, all these small quality of life improvements do make a difference and are worth the extra cost, especially if you also like the front covers to add a bit of colors to your setup. Okay, finally, the DJI Mic 3, the flagship wireless microphone from DJI. While the Mic 3 looks similar to the other two, it comes with a lot more features, especially for more advanced professional users. The receiver has a completely different design with a color touchscreen. This lets you monitor everything and access a full menu system with many advanced settings. For example, you have independent gain control for each of the transmitter and receiver, timecode support, multiple transmitter support, and multi-channel output. If you are a casual user, you might not need these features or even know what they do, but for professional work, they can be really important. There are really a lot of settings, so I won't go through everything in this video. But if you are interested, you can check out my full DJI Mic 3 review. I'll link it below. One very important feature is the built-in memory on the transmitter and internal recording. This allows you to record backup audio directly on the transmitter's internal memory in case of any radio interference. DJI's wireless connection is very reliable, but radio interference is something you cannot fully control. And most of the time, you won't even notice it while recording. So having that backup is a really important safety feature, especially for professional work. This is something you don't get on the Mic Mini or the Mic Mini2. However, when talking to DJI, I heard there is a new microphone coming in the near future, which is very affordable, but can also do advanced internal recording. I can't really share with you any more information right now, but as soon as I can, I will share with you on this channel. Another key feature is 32-bit float recording. 32-bit float gives you a huge dynamic range. So basically, you don't have to worry about setting the audio gain perfectly when you're recording. You can just adjust your audio level later when you're editing without clipping your audio. While most of these features mostly benefit professional users, for more casual everyday users, there are also some nice improvements like the auto power on-off feature when using the 3.5mm connection and 5-minute quick charge, for example. Overall, the DJI Mic 3 is easily one of the most powerful and feature-rich wireless microphone in the market. But it's also more expensive than the Mic Mini and the Mic Mini2, and all these extra features added complexity which might be unnecessary for beginners. So as you can see, while all three DJI microphone systems share many similar design and features, and they all deliver great audio quality, they are designed for different type of users. The DJI Mic 3 is the most advanced and has a lot of features, but that doesn't mean it's the right choice for everyone. Having more features also means there's more to learn, and you might end up paying for things you don't actually need. If you are more of a casual user, the Mic Mini or Mic Mini2 might actually be the better option. They are simpler, more affordable, and with fewer settings, there's less that can go wrong. And if you are mainly recording on your phone, the Mic Mini mobile version is probably all you need, and is much cheaper as well. So it really comes down to how you shoot and what features you actually need. If you have any questions about any of these microphones, feel free to drop a comment below and I will try to answer your question. If you found this video helpful, I'd really appreciate if you hit the like button and maybe drop a comment to support my channel.